If there's one thing I love, it's supporting small businesses. So I met up with Brianna Marie at Washington Street Coffee to sit down and dive into her journey as a budding photographer. How long have you been into photography?
I started taking photos as a hobby when I was 10 with my mom's camera. Ever since then, like, I would ask my friends, like, hey, do you want to go shoot after school? Let me do your pictures, no charge. I'll give them to you for free or whatever, just because I wanted to get better at it. Towards the beginning of high school to like my senior year of high school, I was doing like a few paid sessions. I was charging like $25 for a session for like an hour, unlimited pictures, like crazy. When I got to college, it was like on and off, like kind of like a light switch. Wasn't really feeling it for a little bit, and then I'll get back into it, and then I wouldn't, and then I'll whatever. In the beginning of my freshman year of college, I got my taxes back, and I was like picking up the camera again, so I used that money to get myself a website. So when I wasn't studying, I was making a website for myself, and then I got no business. So I wasted like $300 on a website, but I'm not gonna say I wasted it. I learned the software to like be able to do it myself in the future. The beginning of my junior year, I started using my mom's camera again, and then eventually I bought my own camera. Shout out to Jonas, he helped me pick it out. If I knew the lenses were gonna cost an arm and a leg, I probably would have gotten something else, but once I got my camera, I started doing fashion stuff with this guy that I met around the ways. And after the fashion stuff, my business started picking up a little bit. I did my first wedding for like $300. Don't do it. Definitely was a learning lesson. You don't want to charge $300 for a wedding because it's very stressful. $300 is not enough money to pay for the amount of stuff that you're doing. I will show you my first paid session that I ever did. This was back in 2018. I did like Mother's Day shoots for $50. So this is my first newborn, like, whatever session. This is my most recent stuff.
What would you say is like your proudest moment recently?
Recently?
Yeah.
Flash photography, artificial light is something I'm really proud of right now, because I got it down, but Flash is a whole nother ball game. It's like trying to learn chemistry without knowing math. I think Flash photography is definitely something I'm proud of at the moment. I'm still learning. It's a learning process. I'm probably going to be learning forever.
What's something you struggle with?
Trying to keep my website as updated as I can. It's a lot of work. Pricing is another thing. My prices have been the same for like a year and a half now. I am going to go up in pricing. I just have to figure out what I'm doing.
Where do you think your business will be in 5 years?
Not in Connecticut. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be here in 5 years. My goal is to be so booked out that I'm booked out for 2 years. I don't want to be able to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I hate working 9 to 5s. I like being my own boss. I like being able to do my own thing. I like having like the creative drive to do this, and this, bounce ideas off people. When you're working a 9 to 5, you can't do that. There's so many rules. I don't like rules. Hopefully a magazine. I want to get published. I want to work for an artist. I want to go on tour. I want to be a tour photographer so bad. Album covers, learning Photoshop. I think in 5 years that's where I'll be. Because all the stuff I'm doing right now is just to pay the bills. Like, what I actually want to do is artist work. Not having a budget on creating something I want to create. Because if I didn't have a budget, I would be going crazy right now. Maybe Hawaii. Yeah, Hawaii's nice.
What's something people wish you knew about your business?
I think the time aspect of everything. Because I'll have clients that will book a session with me and be like, I need them today. That's why I say like 2-3 weeks out now. You might have a session scheduled for like Monday. I could have had like 5 people before you, and I'm still doing their stuff. It takes time to edit pictures. I'm not gonna sit in my house all day and be glued to a computer screen.
Is there any advice you would give to somebody who wants to start their own business?
Advice I would give, networking is a big thing. You want to branch out with one genre of photography. You don't want to stick to one thing. Think of it as one income. Not everyone's pregnant. Not everybody has a family. So income-wise, branch out, learn to do different things. It'll be beneficial for you. You'll network. Those people will know people that are doing this and this. Again, word of mouth is everything. Business cards, leave them everywhere. Like, I have some in here. Business cards, flyers. It's a little bit expensive, but in the long run, it does work. When I go out of town, I'll leave business cards wherever I can, because eventually someone is going to email me. What else? I watch a lot of YouTube videos on editing and different ways to edit. Watching videos on YouTube is the only reason why I know how to like I used to be shit at editing, okay? I used to be horrible, and I have proof of it. I used to be absolutely horrible, didn't know what I was doing, and then I literally would do my makeup and watch videos as well. I'm always multitasking. Learning your camera settings. It's cool to make mistakes, because I've made plenty. If you don't make mistakes, you're not going to learn. If you don't learn, you're not going to get better. So that's my advice.